This is DOM S. It's at the moment the last DOM pin tumbler in my collection so far. And as you can see, the lock was used, I guess, quite heavily. And yeah, the picking of it, it's not very pleasant experience because the feedback is often quite muffled. So let's see how it goes. 1 springy, 2 is springy, 3 is springy, 4 is springy, 5 is binding. Heard some click, but let's take a peek. 1 springy, 2 springy, 3 springy, 4 springy. So the 5 is not fully set yet. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see, 1 springy, 2 springy, 3 springy, 4 springy. Still no joy. Okay, heard some clicks, so we'll see. 1 springy, 2 springy, 3 springy. 4 needed touch. Touched 5 and got a small co-rotation, so 1 is springy. 2 seems to be binding. Nice click. 1 is still springy. 3 is springy. Nothing on 4. Touched 5 and got yet another small click and small co-rotation, so now 1 is bound. Nice click and nice false set. So now let's see how the rest goes. So 1 is set. 2 is set. 3 is binding. So let's try and set it without losing too much of the progress. 1 is set to dropped. That was just big slip. Come on. Oh, lost 1. So let's work on 2. 3 seems to be set. 4 seems to be okay. How about 5? Not much there. 1 is springy. Unfortunately, it's so high that I can't feel the tool all too well. But 2 needs to be pushed down. Okay. Two is set. Touched 3, got a co-rotation. Now 1 is bound. Come on. So 1 is set, 2 is set, 3 is not. Hopefully it's set now, but I dropped something and I'm afraid it's number 4. We'll see. 1 springy. 2 is not set, I guess. Maybe now it is. Touched 3 and got a small core rotation, so number 1 is binding now. Let's go and set it, and we are open. Yeah, with this lock, thanks to the fact that it's quite battered old lock, the feedback is not very crisp, and sometimes it's not all that easy to come up with an idea what's going on inside it. Come on. So, is it enough? Not yet, I'm afraid. Okay, now it is. Oh, can you see the marks on the sides of the core? This lock had quite rough times, I guess. Nice torpedo key pins. Not all that much to see as far as the core is concerned. The keyway somehow resembles the RS5, I would say, but not. The keys are not interchangeable. So far we have standards. This looked almost like some kind of spool, and yet another standard. The spring seems to be somewhat camera shy, so let's help them a bit. Okay. springs are out. Not much to see in the core. There's some anti-drill protection. Interestingly enough, it looks like the core was drilled from the top. Here you can see some small marks from the plugs. Here's the S, the designation of the dome S, I guess. And that's it. So let me arrange the pins for the close-up. They're very nice torpedoes. Oh, So, surprise, surprise, there are two rattlesnakes on the positions 3 and 4. There are some nice torpedo key pins. The rest are standards. That's where their sort of tapered feel comes from. Here's the detail of the key. Interestingly enough, this doesn't seem to have any special marking on the key bowl. Here's the detail of the keyway. So yeah, that was the Dome S. Thanks for watching and goodbye.